We thank them for the great, wonderful job that they are doing over the past years, sensitizing the public, different educational program. We ask you, God, to protect every piece of equipment on the station. We bring our nation farmers before you, O God. Father, we ask you, God, to bless them. We ask you, God, to give them strength as they farm. Many of them, although they left their home and left the family behind, watch over the family, O God. And as I bring them before you, I'm asking you, Father, to protect them from each and every piece of equipment that they will be using today, O God. Protect them, O God. Now, as you take them safe from their home to the farms on the mountain, we ask you, God, to take them back safe. I bring our fishermen before you. As they dream out to the ocean, I'm asking you, God, to watch over the boats and protect them, O God, and take them back safe to the family. I bring, O God, our commuters before you this morning. I'm asking you, God, to watch over each and every one of them on the road, O God, from one place to another. I'm asking you, God, to protect them, Lord Jesus. For those who always drive reckless, give them what it takes to remind them that behind their backs there are precious commodities. We ask you, God, as I bring Grenada before you, Father, every agriculture morning I'm asking you to have mercy upon Grenada. It is getting worse. It is getting worse. For those who have eyes to see, let them see we are in a dangerous spot. Father, I don't know in what way you can speak to those in authority that this country could reverse on the course that it is going. I bring Mr. Donald before you. I bring the management. I bring the staff of Relay Fam. Bless them and keep them and give us what it takes to enjoy this beautiful day that you have made. Amen and amen. Good morning, Mr. Donald.
Oh, you put Mr. to my name now?
Well, again, you look again, Mr. It's not necessary for Mr., you know. We say God, we say Jesus, but to give you man the title and I respect them. Now I call him Mr. Donald. And if I call him Mr. Luce one day, you know, or this pastor, you custom calling me, so that is me title.
I'll change your name.
And I'll get Mr.
No.
Okay, all right.
Hey!
Yeah, all right.
So I'll call you now. Hey!
And say, still because me. Hey. Master call when they call you, they say, yay. What you do, sir?
You like to ask me your business, eh?
Yeah, well, listen, your business is my business, you know.
No, don't get it twisted at all.
So your business is not my business?
Nope.
Let me ask you the question one more. Your business is not my business, no?
Nope.
Nice boy. When I hold you, I go tie you. When I hold you, I go tie you. Yeah, but I am there.
You're threatening, Master. You're threatening.
Yeah, threatening in love, man. Don't worry.
Man doesn't threaten the eye.
Yeah. Man could say, I'll break your neck and he laugh, you know.
Eh?
A man could tell, hey, Andrew, now I'll go break your neck, you know, and make a big laugh. You think sometimes man is serious behind the laugh, you know?
Exactly.
And a man could kill you and the man laughing. Andrew, you ever meet people like that, they're laughing, you know, and they could take out your head, you know.
You know, you say this, and I'm going to ask you a question.
Say good answer, you know. No, we come in.
The question, no, you don't know where I'm coming. That question, you go say, oh, we get one. I'm looking for my phone. I can't even see it. My mom leave it in the car. I didn't see it. Anyway, here's a question. A man has to be executed, put to death, legally, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So somebody has to put him to death.
Mm-hmm.
So that person is a legal murderer.
To the state.
Yeah. Not to God, to the state.
No, yeah.
How does that person feel? And is that person charged before God for murder?
Yes, you're going to charge before God for murder.
You sure?
Yeah, it still give me permission to kill, but the Bible said thou shalt not kill.
Oh.
Yeah. It still say to kill, But he know the word of God say you can't do that.
So you go in hell then?
Well, I don't know where you going sometime the last moment you go that time repent.
Wait, you have to repent for that. Tell him, go ahead.
Yeah. But then feel like making sometimes they die in hospital. One thing I always believe in, sometimes people make that statement, Jesus, you accept the Lord Jesus Christ before you die. I always believe that, but sometimes when a man dying bed, you never know what he say before we move out, You got to be so careful, boy. Yes. They still tell him to kill, but you go face demity, you go pay demity. The Bible said, thou shalt not kill. I won't like to be the man who is still telling me to kill, why? And the man that telling me to kill, I ain't kill.
What?
Very strange.
Watch me.
I like it.
I like that one.
Oh, God.
I like that one.
Sometimes you don't say some things handles that's really serious.
Yeah, serious. I like that one.
You go, okay, boy. So, you don't like that one to kill?
Yeah. The one this state tell me to kill, I singing them. I singing how they can near my God to thee for them,
Titanic going down.
Yeah. I sing it for them. I'm going to say, yo.
Near my God to
when
thee.
you do something, I reach, I say, yo, I reach you. I don't know. Hey, I is dead walking in front of you. Watch me now.
Well, Andrew, every time you make that kind of statement and they see you, they're dead,
Well, that business.
My mother say things. But I'm here, taking it one day at a time.
All right, how's the family?
Everybody cool, man. Everybody cool.
Wife, you all right?
Everybody cool like cucumber, man.
Daughter, they good?
Yeah, man. Cool like cucumber, man.
All right. She going to school? She go to school already?
Yeah, she just.
She go already?
Yeah, man. She just moved.
Where she working in Cargo then?
PT man.
Well, you have to be so. What school she teaches at?
St. Michael. Like Byland, I think.
Bylands?
Yeah, Bylands,
That is the school in the valley. I just call it the school in the valley because when you pass in the main road, it's like down there.
Yeah, so, down there, they have a name for it, Osason.
What?
Osason.
Okay.
Yeah, Osason. And this is a French name, but Osason.
What does it mean?
I don't know. I will have to research it.
Find out. Next time you come and pray, you have to tell us what Osason means.
Yeah, and I know go remind me. I know the kind of person you like to put people on the spot.
Yeah,
Good man.
Take care, yourself, bro.
Take care. One
love.
Yeah.
Morning, Grenada.
Is the number 1.
10 minutes after the 7 o'clock. Drummers! Where's Jump 6? Jump 6 ain't checking yet.
The number 1. It's the number 1.
Hey, friends. Friends one, friends all. Let me tell y'all something. And this is very important. Let me just pull on the music and just tell you something. It's very important. We're going to be carrying sports today. The St. Patrick's Primary School sports. Yeah, all the primary schools in St. Patrick's, like Chantimel and Hermitage and Versailles and Mount Rose and St. Patrick Roman Catholic, St. Patrick Anglican. So yeah, pick your winner today. Now, mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters, as you get your children ready to leave home to go to sports today, here's what I want you to do for me. Here's what I want you to do for me. Those of you getting the children ready to leave home. Invest in water. Eardrums are coming to you. Invest in water and try to see if you can invest in a mask. That Sahara dust is a killer, and that can affect the children. Their breathing, especially if you know that your child is asthmatic. So even if that child is not taking part in the sports, meaning if they're not running, make sure that that child wears a mask, because if the child is asthmatic and could be seated in the pavilion or could be jumping and running with friends, that dust, that Sahara dust, remember they said earlier this week that we're going to have maybe for the next 7, 8, 9 days, we're going to have a serious influx of the thing. So please, try to wear a mask. If you know you're asthmatic and you have breathing problems, try to wear a mask so as to stop that dust. Ask Claire, she had to spend more money to think air condition. And I feel them guys and them, they tell her, the dust. So they clean all. Don't come back now, don't come back. All the brooks are the air condition bill. So yeah, but the dust is really, really bad. So you have to be mindful of that. Adrian Watts, good morning. And let me say this, and this one is straight up, especially to the folks who live in North America. And you're from a particular village. So buy a couple hundred masks and send it to someone in the village. Right? So if you're from Brizan, you buy a couple hundred masks and you send it to someone, a responsible person in the village, and you say, hey, these are for the children. The big old hardback people, let them go and buy the masks for themselves. But these are for the children. These are for them to move out. So you give them, if every child can get about 3-4 masks, then that would be wonderful, 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 wonderful thing. All right? And hey, you would have done a good deed. So just think about it. You live in North America and you're from a particular village. Hey, send some masks to someone in the area. Yeah, send some masks to someone in the area and boom, you would have done your good deed for the month. Drumsticks, she's there. Drummers!
Yes, hello, good morning.
How you do?
I'm good.
Talk to me.
I'm very patient.
Yeah, I know.
Good morning to you. Good morning to the nation. I'm reading from the Word of God, Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leads me in the pathway of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for you are with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen.
Amen to you too.
This is the end of the scripture reading.
Thank you, darling. Everything good?
Yeah, for the time.
Okay. And we not cold again now? The cold better now?
Yeah, better. Very much.
All right.
So much. Yeah, right. Better.
And once the cold better, we good.
Yeah.
Take care, my dear.
Yeah, you have a wonderful day.
You too, dear. All right, bye-bye. Yeah, that was drums. 17 after 7. We've got the weather news that's coming up in a couple of ticks. Stay with us.
Number one. Yes, the number.
The St. Joseph Convent Granville invites you to the sports meet on Saturday, 17 February 2024 at Progress Park. Races start at 12:30 p.m. Admission, children, $5. Adults, $10. Come out and join us for an unforgettable experience.
Calling all couples, Source of Wellness presents the 3rd annual Epic Marriage Conference for couples only, to be held at the Radisson Grenada Beach Resort in sunny Grenada on Saturday, March 23rd through Sunday, March 24th. At this year's Reexamination for Love themed event, get ready to hear true epic love stories, panel discussions, esteemed guest speakers, vow renewals, dancing, and much more. You will join Drs. Jason and Tanasha Gray in collaboration with Pastors Paul and Dorette Alexander, Reverend Joaquin and Lindarin Phillip, Pastors Jim and Ruthlyn Andrew, Michael and Hillary Alexander, Wayne and Cheryl Mitchell of Youth with a Mission Grenada, Alvin and Elizabeth Forsyth, along with Drs. Curtis and Bobby Minter. Get your tickets at the Grenadan Optical, located at Melville Street and Spiceland Mall, Grand Anse, for only $400 EC per couple. Your weekend will include all sessions, conference materials, and lunch for two. For more information, contact our local organizers at 459-8567 or 449-5872. We can also be emailed at info@sourceofwellness.org. Visit our website at sourceofwellness.org.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
50 years as an independent nation. Now that's a reason to celebrate. Bank on a bright future with Quad Bank as we celebrate more than 50 years of partnership with Grenadians. Aspire, build and advance with 100% financing to buy land, purchase or build your home, or make those much needed home upgrades. No loan fees, no legal fees, low interest rates. And that's not all. 100% financing on brand new vehicles with 50% off loan fees. Celebrate you this year with special financing from Coop Bank. Apply today.
Welcome home.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack this and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. Agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. We used to ship 20 hectares all the way down to Trinidad during the revolution. We used to use up all the fruits that we had. When we could do nutmeg and banana was at the highest level. Now the youth them don't want to take over from the elders and continue. Oh gosh, why? Everybody want to see
91.9, 91.5, www.realfmgrenada.com. Good morning to you, Pearl, Charles, and Teresa Joseph. Teresa is out there in Toronto. But let's keep it Grenada for the time being and say good morning to Jonathan Price at the Morris Bishop International Airport Meteorological Office. And Jonathan, of course, is going to tell us what's happening weather-wise today inside of beautiful Grenada. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning to you and good morning, listeners. Here is the weather for today, Thursday the 15th of February 2024, as recorded at the Morris Bishop International Airport. It is currently partly cloudy and hazy with winds coming from the east-southeast at 14 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is 1015.8 millibars, which is above normal and rising. Present temperature is 27.2 degrees Celsius and relative humidity 81%. Yesterday's maximum was 31.4 degrees Celsius and the minimum last night 26.9 degrees Celsius. No rainfall was recorded over the past 24 hours, hence the total for the month remains at 0.8 millimeters. And now for the public forecast for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique weather for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be generally fair, windy, and hazy, becoming partly cloudy at times with isolated daytime and nighttime showers. Today's maximum will be 31 degrees Celsius with winds easterly to southeasterly at 14 to 24 miles per hour. Seas will be moderate with waves 5 to 7 feet in open waters, hence a small craft advisory is in effect. High tide will be at 7:45 a.m. and low tide at 2:30 p.m. Sunset will be at 6:13 and sunrise at 6:28. Just to repeat the public forecast for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique weather for today and tonight, the weather is expected to be generally fair, windy, and hazy, becoming partly cloudy at times with isolated daytime and nighttime showers. From the forecast desk at the Moss Bishop International Airport, I'm Jonathan Price. Have a great day.
Jonathan, before you run off, my brother, any update that you have at the tip of your fingers in relation to the Sahara dust, or just same thing?
No problem. So we expect these Saharan dust concentrations to remain the same over the next day or two. We could expect some improvements around weekend, possibly early on Sunday, and then we'll get a little bit of a break and we could possibly see a resurgence near the end of the month.
Near the end of the month, you see another resurgence of that. And a quick word from an expert like you too, because we have a lot of athletics meet all over the place, at this particular point in time. A quick word to parents and children, what would that be?
Well, if there are any athletics meet within the next day or two, I would just say to take the regular precautions in terms of if your children have any respiratory ailments like asthma and such, just make sure that you take that into caution. It might be better for them to stay indoors or wear masks because of the dust concentrations. But if it's next week, they should be fine, more or less.
Thank you, my brother. Take care.
No problem.
All right, good. Jonathan Price there at the Morris Bishop International Airport Meteorological Office. Remember I said, wear mask, wear mask, wear mask. Yeah, I did say that. Like the Orca guy, did I do that? Yes. All right, so God gives now. Finish with that, finish with this. So, what's the latest? I saw BJ last evening, yeah, and BJ indicated to me by 7:30 he'd be here. So it's now 7:24. So let's see, 24 on one clock, 26 on the other one, 27 on another one. Anyway, but let's see if BJ let's see if he gets here at this time. Because he did say, Jay, Soji, I see you at 7:30 in the morning, man. I see you. So I'm looking forward to seeing him, but I'll see him. And today, as I indicated to Paris Sports, who you backing today? Yeah, who you backing today? Real FM will be live with the Paris Sports. And, we have a nice team coming together to do this for you. We have Gates. He's responsible for video, assisted by CJ. Dugo is responsible for video, and then he's going to do some assistance with... No, Dugo is responsible for audio, and he's going to do some assistance with the video. Excuse me, I'll be doing the broadcast, so you'll be hearing my voice, and I can tell you this, I also took the opportunity to ask the big guy. Yeah, most of you hear him here all the time, and he's deliberating his politics and handling his thing. But yeah, he's a very good what you call a co-commentator, wonderful co-commentator when it comes to breaking down what he has seen, how he's seeing things. He's very good at that. So I'm speaking to Carl Caton. Yes, Carl Caton should be joining us on the broadcast. Also, Edmund Mark. And you're probably wondering, what is Edmund doing? And is Edmund around? Yes, Edmund is around still. But I tell you what, Edmund is brilliant at statistics and putting things together. He spots little things on the programs and interesting information about how long a record would have stood and, probably where is this person now, or this race was. Anyway, Edmund is really good at that. So I've been looking for him for the past couple of days. Couldn't see him, didn't see him, don't know where he's at. And I'm driving along this morning and I see somebody inside the bushes. He's walking. I see the person walking and I'm like, but that's Edmund. And I reverse. And I called him out, and it was him. So I saw Edmund. So he's going to assist us with the broadcast this morning, today, also in relation to statistics. So we should be having a pretty decent broadcast. Saying good morning to my son. Hey, he celebrated his birthday yesterday. Yeah. One love, son. Yeah. I hope you had well, the day was not as good as you wanted it to start, but you'll be okay. Yes, that you'll be okay.
You just know, my brothers, all you go with them computers. Oh yes. All right. Agriculture.
Saturday, February 3rd to April 30th, 2024, Itel City Sports present the 4th annual Football Under the Lights at Roselle Plainfield in St. Patrick. $20,000 up for grabs in cash and prizes. First place winner in the senior will receive $4,000 and under 17, $1,500. Second place, $3,000 and under 17, $1,000. The dream team all the way from St. David's is ready to defend. Come witness one game nightly on weekdays and 2 games on weekends. It's 2 competitions, one for the seniors and the other for under 17. Registration fee $400 for seniors and under 17 is free. All teams will be able to register at least 20 players. All players must have their uniform and must be numbered. Contact 538-7509 or 406-9580. Football under the lights. Saturday, February 3rd until April 30th. Roselle Plainfield, St. Patrick's. Be there.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent. Perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines. Yet suitable for your hand wash. Soft on your hands. Ozone disinfectant cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness. Keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents: soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges, and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union. The Credit Union of Grenville takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and new, spacious, convenient, and modern facilities on Seton Brown Street in Grenville and Grand Anse. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the Credit Union of Grenville, your financial security is guaranteed.
Get ready to experience the electrifying energy of the 2024 Carifta Games. This prestigious event brings together the finest young athletes from across the Caribbean, showcasing their talent, speed, and determination in a quest for glory. With the motto, many people, one region. Celebrating athletics, Carifta embodies the spirit of unity and celebration, igniting a flame that will shape the future of sports in the region. Don't miss out on the action at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium from Saturday, March 30th to Monday, 1st April 2024. Secure your spot now by purchasing your tickets at Grenadian Optical or visiting gotofed.com. Join us in celebrating the athleticism and excellence of the Caribbean.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. Lord. We used to ship 20 hectares all the way down to Trinidad during the revolution. We used to use up all the food that we had. When we could do nutmeg and banana was at the highest level. Now the youth them don't want to take over from the elders and continue. Oh, that's why everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live with
tourism is me, tourism is you, tourism is everybody, and tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business, tourism is your business, tourism is our business. Listen one and all, tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
Have you had Boston on your travel bucket list? Well, we've got some exciting news for you. JetBlue is thrilled to announce its new non-stop flight every Saturday from Grenada's Maurice Bishop International Airport to the vibrant city of Boston. Now you can embark on your Boston adventure without any layovers. JetBlue is making it easier than ever to explore this incredible destination. Whether you're visiting family or friends, exploring for the first time, or simply experiencing Boston life, JetBlue has you covered with a convenient non-stop flight, complete with comfortable seating, complimentary snacks, and an array of entertainment options. You'll arrive in Boston feeling relaxed and ready to explore. So now's the time. Visit jetblue.com to book your flight and bring Boston closer to Grenada. Let your adventure begin.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. Agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go eat them computer.
Continue focusing on this, that, and the other, and you will eat computer. Simple. That is the message in that song, eh? And that is a very powerful message. Continue focusing on this, that, and the other, and not on food, and you will eat. What do you call it? You will eat computer. Go ahead. So, this morning is a kind of nice morning. Eh? I have this guy, that guy, and the other guy. I have all the guys. No, I'm going to use this guy, and then I use that guy, and then the other guy. Yeah, so I got, if you want to talk to me, talk to me. Ask me a question, don't point. I'm not mute. I don't use that word. I try not to use that word dummy. I think it's derogatory. Yeah. Dummies think that you have like those crash dummies. Yes. That's the real dummies. They have no expression, no nothing. They take in lash, blam, they mashing up, they make them again and they move on down. That is dummies. Right. So what's your problem? Tell me.
No, I was wondering when Dr.
Don't wonder anything. You get paid. You get paid to wonder. You get paid to wonder.
Okay.
Don't wonder anything.
Okay.
Just realize that everything will happen in its own season.
In its own time, that's true.
In its own season. Everything will happen in its own season. So you just...
Definitely.
You just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Good morning, Dalton. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm happy. I'm good.
You're happy and you're good?
Yes.
Now that's a nice thing to hear. Yeah. Being happy and good. And how was your big activity, man? Your Sarka. How was your Sarka?
It was wonderful. I had some challenges in that one of my cook was unable to make it. She fell sick, Miss Archibald. Hope you're doing much better this morning. But the challenges prove that, despite all the challenges, you could rise above them. So the Sarka by me ended up very well, and the over and out, the events went through. We had some hiccups with the traffic and little here, there, and there, but overall, the goal of the Sarka was achieved.
What's the goal?
To have the people come, enjoy the nation dance, the kids partake in the Tilingo and the tradition, that actual part of the tradition is kept and passed on to the next generation.
I haven't seen the Nation Dance in years. The last time I saw Nation Dance was in River Sally, actually.
Yeah.
And I don't, Tilingo somewhat, but Nation Dance. Last time I saw it was in River Sally. That was years. That was years and years and years ago. If that man does that again ever, he can be considered dead.
Wow.
He knocks. Why does he knock? And I always say, don't knock the door. Don't knock the door. But he knocks. He chooses to knock. He is so cultured as it relates to how you call it?
Good morning.
Western civilization. Western civilization has gotten him.
Western etiquette.
Yeah. Dr. Antoine.
Morning, Comrade Andre. Good morning, Dalton.
Morning, Doc.
Why don't you fix your microphone?
Oh, I need to. Yeah, it's all right. I'll do my headphone, right? Thanks.
Yeah, you don't necessarily need a headphone. You're talking to me.
Well, that is true.
You're going to hear me right now. I'll tell you when you need a headphone, but you don't necessarily need a headphone right now because you're talking to me.
All right, thanks.
Was that your keys?
No, that's just some bunch of metal there.
Some bunch of metal? All right. I hear you. Some bunch of metal. That's what he calls
keys.
His keys. All right, some bunch of metal. All right. So how you doing?
I'm trying to be good like you and Dalton and Real FM, you know.
Stay put. We'll be back.
Number one. Yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. We used to ship plenty nectars all the way down to Trinidad during the revolution. We used to use up all the food that we had. When we could do nutmeg and banana was at the highest level. Now the youth them don't want to take over from the elders and continue. Oh gosh, why? Everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. Lord, Lord, all over the world you go, agriculture is number one. We soil is so rich and pure.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville with their factory at
Welcome to another program of Did You Know? A 5-minute feature from the Grenville Cooperative Credit Union. I am your presenter, Ocelyn Crosby. On this week's program, we share on the recent staging of the Credit Union's 36th Annual General Meeting, AGM. On Wednesday, 28th June 2023, the Grenville Cooperative Credit Union staged its Annual General Meeting, AGM, at the Deluxe Cinema in St. Andrew. Under the theme, Growth and Innovation, a New Era Awaits You. Members and elected members of the board and various committees presented to and fielded questions from the members on the business of their credit union. General Manager of the GCCU, Mr. Devon Charles, provided a summary of the events.
We have been able to successfully stage our 36th Annual General Meeting, and our members, of course, would be happy to know that despite all of the challenges within the financial sector, we are able to declare a dividend and shares to members for yet another year. Last year, we declared 5% on qualifying shares and 4% on common shares. This year, we have been able to do better. We are declaring 5% both on common and qualifying shares, which is an indication as it relates to the progress that we have made over the last year.
Mr. Charles delved further into the credit union's financial position.
We have been able to maintain our 9% portfolio of the market over the last year. We have seen a relatively stable movements. We registered asset growth of about 13.8% over the last year. The previous year it was just a little higher, at 15%. That has been driven mainly by a significant uptake in loans. After registering growth of only 7.6% the previous year, in 2022, we were able to register growth of 23% in loans. Actually, our target would have been 25%, so we have fallen just a bit short, but we are very much satisfied in terms of the level of growth that we have seen.
These achievements were supported by the tireless efforts of the Recovery Department.
We have also done quite a bit on the recovery side in terms of tackling non-performing loans coming out of the COVID pandemic. And while at the end of the year, the rate of delinquency within the movement was about 8.4%, we are at 8.3%. 6 months down, we have already brought that down to 7%. So we are certainly putting in quite a bit of effort, engaging members and working with our members, one, to grow the portfolio, and persons who have suffered and continue to have difficulties post-COVID-19, to work with them to help regularize the financial position.
We do now for a break. When we come back, we continue our assessment of the credit union's position in the year now under review.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store or call 442-8602, 459-4325 or 416-8467 for further information.
Welcome back. Just in case you are just joining us, we are sharing some information of the credit union's performance in 2022. Mr. Charles also spoke about savings.
While savings have not been as buoyant as we would have liked it to be, we have also seen positive growth in savings in the region of about 12%. The previous year, it was closer to 16%. And obviously, for many reasons, inflation, persons who would have lost income and are still recovering would have had a greater demand to reach your deposits and so in that period. But we are optimistic that as we go forward, we are going to see that improve in the year ahead of us.
No financial institution can stay ahead without capital, and according to Mr. Charles, capital remains strong.
Capital is currently above the minimum threshold, institutional capital within the credit union movement. I've indicated that we have done significant work on our portfolio in terms of ensuring that we keep risk as low as possible. And notwithstanding the impact of COVID, the delinquency as it is now, 6 months after the financial year, is closer to the minimum benchmark of 5% at 7% than it was when the year ended. And that is indeed a tremendous feat.
That's it for this week. Next week, we continue analyzing the GCCU's performance over the last financial year. Again, we remind you, if you have missed any of these programs but would love to go back to view them, you can now do so, since we have introduced now the television version of this season of Did You Know? And all our programs are uploaded on our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and soon to come, YouTube. Also visit the website for more information. I am your presenter, Ocelyn Crosby. Grenville Credit Union, your financial institution who values our membership and strives to provide exceptional customer service.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Gittins Home and Garden Center, your main pillar for agricultural supplies in Grenada. We supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
Yes, agriculture.
A beautiful place it is to be. And when you see me in the cold mountain water planting, not Megan, but no. You know, or you laughing at times. You don't like my singing?
No, it's just entertaining and informing.
I met this guy on the weekend, you know.
Which one?
The guy who sang that song.
Mm-hmm. What's his name?
Dennis Delfish.
No, doesn't ring a bell.
Dennis Delfish. He was the first Calypsonian that was known as Inspector in Grenada. But he'd been away for many, many years, and then up came Elimus Gilbert, who called himself Inspector, not realizing that there was an Inspector. Okay. And by the time Dennis came back around, people say to him, hey, young chap has taken a name. So we're going to call you the original inspector. So that's how he's known. He's known as the original inspector.
Okay.
And then the other guy is known as just inspector.
Inspector.
But he lives in Palm Beach, Florida.
Really?
Yeah. Because I met him many years ago. And, we sort of lost contact. Or so I thought. Because he's like, Andre, take my number again. And I'm typing his number, his name comes up.
Yeah. So you had the
So
number
I
all
say,
the time.
He said, Andre called me. I said, damn. I said, I'll call you now. So I have his number. Nice guy.
What is he doing in West Palm Beach? What is he doing in West Palm Beach?
Retired.
Okay, I suspect.
Retired. And he's married. Don't know the nationality of the person that he's married to. But based on his thing, it doesn't seem like she wants to spend the rest of the time in Grenada.
I can understand that, yeah.
Him too, with challenges that you have, you don't really, and then it goes back to the medical system. You don't really want to, as I say, take that chance. But he's good. Entertaining still.
Oh, okay.
In charge of all the faculties. He could run.
Oh.
He could dance. So he's still with it. He's still with it. That was at the show they had on Sunday night. Last Sunday. Brilliant show.
Wow.
Brilliant. Wonderful effort by the guy, what's his name again? Dexter Mitchell.
Yeah.
Wonderful effort by Dexter. I've never seen so many Calypsonians gathered in one place.
Yeah.
I've never seen so many Calypsonians gathered in one place. It was like, oh no, this did not happen. Seriously. There was so many Calypsonians. But it was a sight to behold. And those who attended the show, well,
they got value for their money.
A lot of value. A lot of value for money.
Overvalue.
But the guy can't do the show next year. Nah.
Wait.
Yeah, he has to wait. He has to wait. So, but we ain't waiting for this morning. We ready to go. Dr. Antoine, how you doing?
Good morning, Andre. I'm fine, thanks. And yourself, one more time. Doing fine so far. Great weather. Beautiful city. Glad to be here. Thank you for having me. And good morning to our audience one more time. Thank you for listening to us. Fully appreciated. Oh, I was not on air, right?
Yeah, you were. Yes, you were on air, Dr. Dwayne. So, Dalton, how are you?
I'm good. Happy.
Happy?
Yeah.
That's
I don't know where
interesting.
Happy and gay?
Gay now. Wrong word.
You hear the color say, I'm so happy and gay.
That one have to change it. It's time. When happy and gay in the morning, it was in a different era.
So you don't like gay? Huh?
The context of the word is not fitting for the particular era, as I said, to be happy and gay at the same time. And gay has now become take on a different meaning.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, that's how society.
I was not paying attention to
You wasn't paying okay.
BJ, good morning. BJ just stepped in. BJ, good morning. How you doing?
Morning, Andrew.
Everything good?
Everything, Chris.
Everything, Chris. Okay.
Everything
It's the youth talking about gay. And he doesn't like the word gay.
No, it's an expression. It's a phrase in one of the songs, Calypso's, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's an expression.
Grenada, so happy and gay,
We are happy, peaceful, and that's what the song is now.
That's how it turns out.
When you were more, I don't know if you grew up around the time when you were taught in primary school that gay means happy.
Yeah, not now.
I don't know if it's the same meaning now.
No,
but during my time, when you're writing little essay in school and you put, I'm a gay person, means that you're a happy person.
Yeah.
But this has changed. People are.
No. The meaning is still the same.
The meaning is still the same.
Yeah, I think it's interpretation that has changed.
Okay, I don't know. Things have changed. So, certain words, I don't really associate with them. I choose the words that I use. Very few. My vocabulary very limited. I use the same words all the time. Yeah, I don't go outside of that. Things like gay and stuff like that, using those words, you can get yourself in trouble.
I still know that I can't. No, you can't get yourself in trouble.
We can end that conversation right there.
Yes.
I don't think that's a word we should be promoting. That's a simple word.
What, gay?
Yeah, you can interpret that how you want to interpret that.
Well, gay these days is like a student many years ago in a particular secondary school, which will remain nameless, and was reading the Bible, and he came across that word, the name of a king, and King ate grass for many years in the field. He coughed.
Yeah.
So he just coughed out the word. So these days, they cough out the word. Okay. Nobody pronounces.
Wow.
Okay. But that's okay. That's okay. So guys, what's up? Dr. Antoine, we have a meeting this evening?
Yes, we have a Isla Spice Farmers Association meeting this evening, 5:30, upper level, Beans Hall, Grenville. Yes.
And what do you expect at that meeting this evening?
Basically, we want to continue our discussion on 3 more of the spices. We want to highlight specifically the preventative health benefits of those additional 3 spices. In essence, continue the discussion we started last month, January. And to further encourage the continued and daily use of 3, 4, 5 different types of spices in our daily lives, because the more we spice up our life, the happier we would be, the healthier we would be, and the less disease prone and less infection prone we will be. So in essence, we're promoting and encouraging the daily use of as many spices as possible as a preventative health measure, which many of our people probably by now would have caught on to. But the idea here is to encourage use of multiple spices on a daily basis, 3, 4, 5 times a day. So that's the focus of our discussion for today.
Okay. BJ, how are things?
Fine, Andre. I'm always welcoming Doc's program. In fact, I was giving it some space this morning because I can't help but reflecting every time Doc and Dalton speak about spices. I can't help but thinking that we are missing out on an opportunity to seriously make money. If you read ancient history, trading in spices was a big thing and still a big thing today.
But it was because of spices the guy ended up this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
The guy ended up this way and claim that he
make a mistake.
well, even if you're the 3 kings, visiting Christ, the 2 biggest items were spices. Gold, frankincense, and more. Frankincense and more. Gold is the metal, but frankincense and more are spices.
Men used to move with that before. Very valuable stuff. Then and still is today.
One of those we have here, the one the priests use on Sundays.
Frankincense.
We have both of them here.
You have the other one. We have the myrrh too.
Myrrh?
But that is rich in
plant.
As a tree growing here, we don't know it, but it's here.
You know it?
Yeah.
The frankincense has a high concentration of camphor in it.
Yeah.
And camphor is known to be a very, they say when you camphorated oil, when you rub, So the kings knew exactly.
The black turmeric have high
camphor content as well. So we should not underestimate the value of those spices we have. The challenge we have is, as BJ is saying, we have not been able to monetize those items to bring real long-term sustainable jobs to our society and bringing greater foreign exchange to our society and help enrich our lives, But hopefully, over the intermediate period, 2, 3, 4, 5 years maximum, we hope the ideas will catch on and it becomes a part of our daily lives moving forward.
Do you believe it will happen?
Yes. I'm optimistic. I have great hope it will happen. It's already happening, but in a very small way and not in a cognitive way as we would like to. So, for example, you hear people talking about using ginger on a daily basis, grinding the ginger, or some people say they use the turmeric, in a different, like they grind it or blend it, and others will talk about using the garlic. But our suggestion now is combine the garlic, the turmeric, and the ginger, for example, and you get greater benefits from it. So that's in essence the drive we focus on. Spice up your life, Isla Spice. Bless you.
Nice. Blessings for sneeze. That's a cough. Now, here's a question. Do animals eat spice trees? And speaking spice.
Yes. If they are given the opportunity to eat them. The challenge is when we have it in the field, we don't want them to eat it. So for that reason, they don't eat it. But if they given the leaves, say, of the ginger, as food in the pen, for example.
I asked that question because if you have a whole field of ginger, do you want that animal straight?
No, we don't want that. But if you were to take the tops and give it to the animals after harvesting,
they'll eat it.
Yes. And by the way, one of the things you'd observe in nature is that animals tend to eat plants that they instinctively know is beneficial to them, and avoid those that they know tend to be harmful to them. And so you'd find, for example, I was looking at river bush the other day. What we call river bush, it's called St. John's Wort. Right, and I didn't realize that people said when you boil it, it turns red, right? So there's an oxidative process that occurs that increases the antioxidant component or composition. But what is unique is the fact that river bush is liked by goats. Yes, and I'm thinking, and we didn't think of using it as a beverage long before today, So yes, animals would use stuff that's useful to them, that's beneficial to their health, and avoid things that are harmful to them. And so that's a good indication of the potential source of some beneficial compound. In fact, goat's milk generally contain many of the antioxidative and phenolic compounds that they consume in their grazing. And then we end up using those, which is what makes goat's milk a very nutritive food. Because the food they eat contains a lot of antioxidants and phenolic compounds that have positive, useful health benefits.
So goats know what they're doing?
Yeah. Well, not just know what they're doing, a little bit of animal husbandry. Doc, I don't want to chip in on you.
That's okay.
But I don't want us to miss that point. We are speaking spices here, but a little bit of animal husbandry, since we're zeroing on goats. The reason why goats' milk are so nutritious is that unlike other animals that just graze like sheep and cows and stuff, goats are pickers. They wander about. The reason why they does that, they have the ability, even though they eat the entire leaves of that tree, they have the ability to pick out the most nutritious part of that tree. So that's why they will eat the top of a certain part of the tree and leave it and go move on to the other one. They don't fool the belly with things that doesn't make no sense. They have the ability to pick the most nutritious part.
So you're saying that goat smarter than cow?
A lot smarter.
Oh, by the way, if somebody call you a goat, It's a complimentary statement, meaning you're the greatest of all times.
That's why they call Messi the goat.
Yeah, but a good point. I fully appreciate it, BJ. I think that helps to enlighten me.
So now it explains why goats wander all over the place. And then if you have a feel of something like you have a feel of corn or whatever, and the goats pass, they cut the top, whack, and they're gone. Because they ain't bothering with that.
That turns starch already. The leaves, the cellulose get too hard. It's hard to digest.
But
and
cows
the
can
nutritional
digest
content.
it.
Yeah, it's like Andre. People seem to think that anyway you see a lot of grass, you can tie your cows there. Andre, grass has to be at a certain stage where the nutritional level is at its highest, and then that's when you graze. So it's not just pasture management is a science. You have to ensure that the fodder is at the right level to feed the animals with it. In fact, you have people that grow grass as hay, and they have to harvest it at a certain time.
And then again, it brings to mind what we used to see years ago. We don't really see it now. When a man grazing an animal, like by the side of the road, he's grazing, and he will stay and graze there for 2-3 hours, and that cow would go through that side of the road there and be taking different grass, chopping at the top of different grass, I guess, where all the nutrition.
But not just that, when you're tying in pasture, they are confined. When you are grazing, there is a bit wider area for freedom and exercise. Not just exercise, Andre. Animal has the ability to deworm them own self. And most animals that let go have the ability to pick things that deworm them. When you have them confined, you can have a build up because they don't have the advantage of roaming about the place.
What's easier to handle, goats or sheep? Goats?
It depends,
It depends.
Yeah. Because I understand sheep they just eat right onto the ground, right?
Dirt.
and
they pull all the roots.
Yes. And the goats so if you want to clear your land, you might want to use sheep, but if you want to just get good quality meat, use the goats. Apparently I remember some time ago somebody said if you take a careful look at the plants the goats eat, you'd probably realize the useful plants in your community, and maybe that's a very important point that we overlook. But yes, but the goats do eat some of the spice leaves, of the various spices. Some of the spices, yeah.
Okay. Back to spices, and quite rightly so, because that's what we try to do on this story. Days when you guys show up here. Now, you guys have been having meetings, Dr. Entwine. Straight up to both of you, is the fact that you're having meetings, are these meetings making sense? Is the message getting out there? Are you attracting more people to come or different people to come out to your meetings?
I think the message is getting out there. If we don't do it, the message won't be getting out in the first instance. Secondly, I've met several people who would have mentioned to me, for example, that they've heard our program on the radio and it's very interesting or very informative or whatever comment they would make. Some would just say, I heard it, and they wouldn't say anything further. As regards those who attend the meetings, they benefit from it because the degree of interaction that occurs, for example, is reflective of that fact. So that the farmers would always have some unique feature or story that they have to share with you based on their experience dealing with specific spices. And so, yes, it is, the message is getting across. What we like for to happen ultimately, like I said, the ultimate goal is to have more and more of our Grenadian people, not just locally, but in the diaspora and internationally, using on a daily basis 3, 4, 5 different types of spices in their lives. Because and just don't just use it once, but use it morning time, lunchtime, dinner time. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the same spice that you use in the morning, the one you use in the evening or lunchtime, but use as many spices 2-3 times a day. And ultimately, it would enrich and enhance your immune system in the first instance and help to bring about that preventative health benefits that spices are known for. So yes, that's my response to your question.
Yes, I think it is, despite the challenges you may see 10 persons come today, the next meeting you may have less, but the consistency in we carrying out that message is very important. Matter of fact, about 2 weeks ago, I met a gentleman on it. He listens to the program. He never show up in a meeting, but by listening to the program, he was able to develop a product. Tell me that he's doing very well with the addition of a spice that we've been mentioning on our program. Mm-hmm. So that in itself shows, you know, you use the knowledge that you develop a product, and now you will need farmer to start growing more of that particular spice. So we have to continue, despite sometimes the disappointments. We must continue carrying on that message and passing on the information so that farmers will understand the importance economically, and the general public health-wise, everybody's going to that healthy products, and the healthy products and the beneficial products, supplementary products, main of those products are spices. So we have to continue to preach.
You see, my thing is that spices are not like what you call cash crops. Those fast things like lettuce and cabbages and stuff.
They could be.
Yeah, they have some spices
like the ginger, for example, the turmeric.
Ginger, the turmeric. Ginger and turmeric.
At the moment, no, because we don't have a system in place to buy on a regular basis, on a daily basis, the various spices. But once we get a spice depot, for example, where people can bring in their spices. For example, remember banana was a major cash crop one time, right? Banana was what held the banks in.
I believe when I said cash, I probably used the wrong word, because I meant like lettuce. What 6 weeks?
Yeah, in that sense, time. Like 3 months you harvest tomato or orange. Oh.
But that's not the way with turmeric.
You see, Andre, the point Doc is making is that, say, for example, ginger may take you 6 months.
Yeah.
Say, turmeric may take you around the same time.
Yeah, 6 years.
All right. Normally, those things aren't sold fresh. If you're seriously producing it, people use it every day in the meat and whatever, or to make something. But this is not what you really want to do as a country. As a country, you want to mass produce those things. So you dry them, you grind them, you package them, and if you're constantly doing that on a regular basis, a weekly basis, or a daily basis, you're constantly going to have a flow of money. So the whole system from production in the field to manufacture into distribution is a constant flow. So a guy can decide, something, I have 10 acres of land, and I will grow or plant 1 acre ginger every month for 10 months. I wonder if you understand the consistency. It means that every month he can sell 60 pounds of ginger because he could be harvesting every month. That in itself going to bring consistency, because he doesn't maybe want to harvest the whole lot at 1 acre one time. It may take him 4 weeks to harvest that. An acre. So you're constantly earning money. It's just because we don't have the land space, the technology, and the innovation to set it up properly. We seem to think that those things doesn't have a constant flow. They could.
Which is why I'm constantly begging for the $5 million to build the 2 factories. Well, I look at it this way, Andre. If you could subsidize the airlines, to fly here every year, you could subsidize Dr. Antoine's building 2 factories. That's going to provide long-term sustainable jobs, provide a market for our farmers, bring in foreign exchange, and ensure the continued development of our society. I mean, by the way, I think we need to begin subsidizing our farmers in a more serious way, because the contribution to our society is so magnanimous that we overlook in a serious way the importance. If tomorrow our farmers decide to go on strike and they say no food, no dashing production, no banana production, no planting production, what happens to us, Andre?
We could just import.
If you have the cash, if you have the foreign exchange to do that, Andre.
They're going to find it.
Oh, I suspect you're right.
They're going to find it.
Come from somewhere.
If you find it, you could
you could print the money, right?
They'll find it.
No,
this thing goes back to one thing. Organization.
Yes, very important.
That's what it goes. Everything goes back to that. And I believe that ever since MBS, you know MBS, BJ? Ever since MBS gave me the idea of this program, because he was the one who gave me the idea of this program many, many years ago. And we have been speaking organization of the different sectors, or for that matter, a total amalgamation of the different sectors, so that we speak with one voice, so that you don't have one, how you call him, extension officer going in to look at nutmegs and another one going tomorrow in the same plot to look at salsa, when that one who went in to look at nutmegs or cocoa in that plot could have done so and take all the information in that plot for nutmegs, for cocoa, for salsa, and whatever else is there. So you have better management. I'm almost certain, I'm not a farmer, but I'm almost certain here that when the extension officers go to the different farms, if you were to ask them 2 days later, where's the information? They have to do so and grab a notebook and start leafing through it. And can't do so and go on a computer, Dr. Antoine, pull up all the information with Dr. Antoine from the time they started visiting Dr. Antoine 5 years ago up to the present date. We don't have that. I'm willing to bet that we don't have that kind of facility.
I think one of the major shortcomings of the ministry has been data gathering. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've not been good at collecting data. So that, for example, I don't want to say it, but
no, you gotta say it.
We don't have a good idea as to the quantity of production of the various crops that we produce for in the first instance.
That's a fact.
So that if I am in the process of setting up a factory, I want to get an idea as to what quantity of oranges are produced annually in Grenada, I couldn't get that information from the ministry. Or if I want to get an idea as to what quantity of cashew trees we have out in the field there, French cashew that is, I couldn't get a response for that. Or if I may get a response for salsa, but guess what? We export all that salsa, right?
Yeah.
And then I have to go to the people involved in that operation as opposed to the ministry that should be gathering all that data on a daily basis.
We had a situation in Grenada where, and it came up because you mentioned French cashew. We had a situation, and I think it still exists to a great extent, that we have and we cherish wax apples more than we cherish French cashews. As a matter of fact, I mean, in the Plains area, BJ knows that. I used to be leaving Sauterres here on the afternoon to walk up to Plains, you know, because them time they had a ride and
them trees disappear.
you walk into Plains to go and get cashew.
Yeah.
If there's one, and I did not have to go into anybody's property. I stay on the side of the road and get cashew.
Yes.
Today, if there's one tree on the side of the road, it's a lot.
And under the smartly used cashew tree as windbreak.
Yeah.
So you're protecting the lands from serious wind damage. At the same time, you can get something to eat from it, which is very smart.
Yeah. So this is part of the problem, is that we are deculturized, and we are taught, hey, don't bother that one. This one is easier to grow. You could grow that one right in your backyard, and you produce plenty.
But
and then the branches gonna break.
Well, Andre, just
there's a plantation
backtracking to where dark war before you actually stepped in concerning manufacturing. You need 5 million to do 2 factories. Andre, these days they make those factories, the small processing unit, very, very versatile, For example, you can get a small factory for maybe $500,000 US, a small unit, processing unit, that can peel your cassava, that can crush your cassava, that can squeeze your cassava, that can dry your cassava, that can crush or grind your cassava, and you get flour in the end, And you can do the same thing for other crops,
Yes, correct.
As far as the concerned, banana can do the same thing, Breadfruit can do the same thing, So Andre can buy them units and ensure that because some of our things are seasonal, that we can constantly have things like, say, local flour. We could. And watch how much breadfruit and stuff we have wasting. You go just in Guyana there and they manufacturing breadfruit flour. You go in the shop and buy a cake and stuff like that and say, what flour in it? Say breadfruit flour. Why we can't really do the same thing? Is that hard to grow breadfruit growing anyway? Why we can't set up some serious plot and decide where we're going to be processing? Andre, we have to manufacture. You can't spend money, Andre, and don't spend it in a sustainable way as government. You have to spend it in the productive sector, whereby you can create employment and create jobs. Spending money on FET and Frolic and Galar and all of those things, Andre. Those things are like gungs, When you gungs in, man, to spend money like that, When you're serious, Andre, you put it in the productive sector, you invest it in people.
Yeah. But can we No, this is what we need to transfer into the same spices, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
The production of spices.
Yeah.
But the thing is, as I say, if I plant a plot of ginger, I don't know if I'm going to get sales for the ginger.
No, man. Hey, listen to me, Andre. Ginger. If you look globally at the market of ginger is a $4.3 billion ginger.
That's okay.
Now listen,
Dalton, no. That is the market.
Yeah. The demand.
I have to do so. Grow the ginger. Plant the ginger. Clean the ginger. Make sure everything is alright with the ginger. Then go and harvest the ginger. And now I have to start to look for the market outside. I'm saying there's nothing here. I'm supposed to be able to do all of that.
That's
not my work.
BJ was now saying.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we have to get into the creation and development of a sector so that you have those factories set up, especially for those spices. And we process those spices. So the farmer only concerned of production. So production will increase and the value of the crop will increase because you now have an outlet where you could go and sell to on a sustainable way.
Dalton, even beyond that, all of those things require a collective approach, nationalized approach. And let me just give you an example. We are selling Grenada from a tourism aspect as pure Grenada. We should be selling all our spices as pure Grenada spices, When you see that thing stamped, that stamp should be authentic. Anybody who see this thing, any part of the world, should know, hang on, this comes from a clean, pure country, a country that is free of X, Y, and Z. And we should be promoting with agriculture together with tourism. And we need to start manufacturing so when the people and them come here, that we can take every cent from them. They shouldn't be, that's what they come from. Them rob us a long time ago, because that robbing them again,
Spend all the money.
The issue, Andre, you're addressing is the issue of market availability for farmers' produce of spices. That is in the making. That's precisely why I'm saying, I'm begging Andre for $5 million to build 2 factories. One of those factories would be a spice and essential oil processing factory. Some of the tools are already on land, on territory. Yeah.
You mean you brought it in?
It's a process. It's a work in progress. But let me just finish the point. Hold on. Let me just finish the point, if you don't mind. So ultimately, the idea is that once we have that processing facility in place for processing our spices, then it means there is a ready market for these farmers to sell their produce, because that marketing, that processing facility will be on a daily basis. Grinding the spices or drying the spices and packaging the spices and selling the end product. So once you start doing that, then you need to have a continuous supply, which is where the farmers will be very important. And I know, yes, you're shaking your head, but it takes time to get there, and capital investment is essential for that. And I'm appealing to BJ, for example, to partake in
that. If you want a partner, I'm always there. The point I'm making is that, you know, if we seriously want to develop an agriculture sector, with productive sector, those are the areas we need to invest money in that.
Yes, I agree.
You shouldn't be struggling for lack of funds to bring in some equipment like this in the time that we are living in. What, $3-5 million? This is anything. People just give their children that as a pocket change, you know, when them going to school, you know. Some of them rich people in the world. You are telling me that we cannot source those equipment whereby you can actually, and I'm looking at it from a wider aspect, whereby you can create job, you can bring in foreign exchange, you basically can, the wide range of activities that can be created around something like that. You can have like tours when the tourists come. You can merge agriculture and the tourism. You can change the whole landscape by doing something like that in relation to people in an area might be, getting jobs. This can expand and you can have people in the field producing more because they know they have a guaranteed market, which is, can be stressful sometimes. Let me tell you something, man. Doc, we can talk as long as we want to, The will to do this thing and to practicalize what it is we are speaking is what is important, I'm not sure if this man have the energy and the will to do those things. I'm not sure about it at all. We're taking too long to get simple things done.
Yes.
And we're taking too long to really seriously transform the agriculture sector. We're taking too long, and this isn't hard. If all you don't know how to do this thing, get people who can do this thing.
Already, Andre, we have a...
Me? No,
sorry. No, I just wanted to inform our public here. We currently have on island a mill to do 4 different grades of ground spices. One, we currently have a mill to do oils and fats from seeds, right? That would include the nutmeg, that could include the cocoa, that could include the neem, etc., etc. Yeah, we're in the process of we soon will be receiving a pilot scale automated oil distillation system. It's already procured, right? Delivery is what we currently waiting on. But Mr. Antoine doesn't have, Francis, he doesn't have a plot of land, a half acre somewhere, Andre, that you could give to me for putting up that shell in which we could house all the equipment and begin immediate production. 1, 2, we also need storage space for the spices as the farmers bring it in, right? So we probably need more than half acre. That brings up to an acre. So we need to have warehousing for the spices. We need to have a outlet for the distribution of the finished product. But we'll also need to have that overall shell that allows for the processing of the spices and the essential oils, which at the end of the day will require personnel, right? Those jobs would be permanent jobs, they'll be sustainable jobs, they'll be long-term jobs. The end product would be bringing in a lot of, significant amount of foreign exchange because that's a function of volume, right, and skill of operation. But as time goes by, that operation will grow. And as it grows, you'd find that the expansion will bring that efficiencies of scale that we're looking towards. But we started the process. It's a work in progress. And any financial assistance, donation, grants, financiers, loans, partners are welcome. Yes. So that's where we are, Andre. The idea is being given birth to.
That baby go dead?
Nope. Nope. Not on my watch.
One of our challenges as a country, I think we are too dependent on foreign donors. We don't see ourselves as locally we could develop. So the locals that push in that sort of development is crushed. We have to change our outlook, our mental outlook at things, and we have to grow and nurture our local development process. And it's a fight Basically, it's a fight to get there. But once we move away, foreign donors is good, donor agencies, and I don't have a problem with them, but they direct you away from serious development, you know. And
we have a call. Everybody has their headphones? Oh, I know what to do. We don't need the headphones. We don't really need the headphones. I know what to do. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm listening to the program, very interesting program. But I want to ask one question, and that is to BJ, because I think he has a business, right, in agriculture. I want to ask him, how did he start his business? Did he wait and come out and ask anybody, look, I want $5 million? Or did he just believe in what he wanted to do and went out there, find the money, and just do it? So I'm wondering if Doctor who's speaking about that spice, if maybe if he really believes in it, because first thing he should let people who he wants to invest with him know what their return on their investment will be. You understand me?
Oh, but before you go too far, as you question whether or not Dr. Entwine believes in what he's doing. If you did hear him, he said he spoke to equipment needed for.
Right.
Those have already been bought, and some are already in Ireland, some are on the way. What he's looking for, what he's throwing up that flag in the air and looking for, is space. That is what he doesn't have.
But don't you think you should have found that first before you buy the equipment?
Well, that is in the perfect situation. But if you find a situation where you can get the equipment and maybe get it at a particular cost at a particular time, you are not going to sit and say, well, I got to wait until I get the lands.
No, I understand what you're saying, but you see what happened. You made a statement just now that the baby might die. I'm wondering if maybe, I know if you were making it in jest, but, to do things like that, I don't think that's the way business is done. That's just my opinion.
Let Dr. Entwine reply to you. Hold on, Doc.
Right.
Yeah, well, thank you for your call and question, caller. Yes, you have a very valid point, but here's the issue. I'm sure BJ began his business as a small enterprise. I began my business in the kitchen. It moved from the kitchen to a laboratory space facility. And since it has moved to a factory-sized space facility. So I understand the issue of scale and scaling up and starting at some point. You could start big if you have the capital. You could start small if you don't. The idea is to initiate the process. You have an idea? Lots of us have ideas, The challenge we have is our inability or ability to implement the ideas. So if my idea, I have begun implementing my idea, and in the process of implementation, don't you think it would be okay for me to request any assistance that I may need on the way?
No, you're not. I don't think you're looking for assistance. I think what you're looking for is investors to come and invest with you. And if you're looking for investors to invest with you, they must know what returns they're getting on their capital. So in other words, you must go to them with some particular plan that is well defined, that they can know, look, I can invest my money in that. And I believe maybe that's what BJ did, and that's why BJ is doing so well in his business. He might have started small, yes, but BJ is doing very well in his business. Look, he does banana ripening and all these other things there.
Oh, hold on there. No, hold on. And when people say that, and they're not trying to do that, that's what they're doing. You may not be trying. Hold on. You may not be trying. But let us look at it this way.
Right.
In case you don't know, Dr. Entwine is the one who started and has running Woodman Rum. All right? So that is a project that he started, which when he told you that he started in his kitchen, that is where that started. And look at where it is at today.
Right.
So he's starting another one in the kitchen again. And he's saying, look, I've done this and I've done this. And this is the first time he's telling me that he has bought all these machines.
Right.
And he's just putting it out, hey, I bought this and I bought this. And And what I need is space. As a matter of fact, Dr. and Twine have been talking since Adam was a little boy. Adam turned big man now, he's smoking weed and all kind of thing. Since Adam was a little boy, Dr. and Twine have been saying, hey, that plant that we have in Lower Mali, that nutmeg plant, that building, that space, why don't you all rent it to me? And the Nutmeg Association stand up there and they hand tie and their foot tie and their mouth zip. They ain't saying nothing. As a matter of fact, Dr. Antoine was on the board, and as soon as he and BJ started to speak about things that the board should be doing on Real FM, they kicked them out of the board.
Well, I mean, and when I get the impression that Dr. Antoine get to realize, look, I have to go on my own to be able to do this factory. I can't depend on Nutmeg Board or whoever it is, because they forget about that. No, I think so. Maybe he could have used some of the woodman's profits that he getting from woodman.
Well, hold on. So what about the investors who invest in that woodman thing? They want their returns, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Right. So listen. What we're doing, is that we're going wrong here. The bottom line is, here is an opportunity for someone who wants to pick up the phone and call Dr. Antoine and say, yo, I hear you talking about that on the radio. I've got a plot of land in St. Andrew that's not doing anything. Let's talk and let's see how much that land will be worth in relation to this company that we are going to be building together. That is what it is. We could go wrong and say everything that what he should do and what he shouldn't do, and we ain't going nowhere.
Okay, no, I think it's interesting that you just made that statement there about the plot of land, because I listened to another program on a boom radio in St. Vincent, and there was this young man who came up with an idea like that, what you're talking about, where he is inviting people who has land that is sitting there idle, doing nothing. That he will, he has some say vegetables and so on that he grows, and he says, I'm going to go into business with you. You will provide the land, and you will get a portion of the profits. So maybe I don't know if maybe he can come up with that kind of an idea, you know. I mean, and get people to, as you say, people with idle land, to provide the land for him to get space so he can use, you know, his for his warehousing and so on. Okay, but I'm not knocking him, because I think
you are.
Good. Well, no, I'm not knocking him. I just want to try to stimulate a little bit of that drive that he has already. Because I'll tell you what, there's a young chap in Montgelou who does a nutmeg oil. That is, and that nutmeg oil, he has been doing that for how many years? And he developed his way of distilling the nutmeg oil. And I think he actually even sells sometimes even to the marketing board and so on. And you know, but the point is that, again, as Doctor said, he doesn't have capital and nobody willing to invest with him, because they want to take his secret and he don't want to give his secret, and you know, these sort of things happen. So in any case, I am listening to you guys, and I believe that your station has been creating awareness in Grenada, and it has been showing a lot of the things that should be done in Grenada, especially in the agricultural sector. And nobody tends to listen to you guys, but I listen to you guys all the while, and that's why I'm calling. It's not because I want to bash him. You understand me? I think that it's important that people should listen to you guys and see how they can encourage their governments to do what you guys are saying. For example, to amalgamate the nutmeg and cocoa, and I believe the last government was trying to do that. But then again, the farmers apparently didn't want that, you know. So don't let me keep more time. But have a good day, gentlemen, and keep on keeping on listening. Okay.
You too. Take care. God bless. It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5. 14 minutes nowadays before the 9 o'clock. BJ, Dalton, and Dr. Antoine Woodman.
In a few very valid point.
Correct.
However, I think we are missing the target. we are not just getting into the technicalities of the issue that we are discussing. If we was going to get into detail of that, it would probably take us the entire morning on one subject matter. However, the consensus, the broad spectrum here is that when people want to set up businesses, small businesses in Grenada, the bureaucracy, the red tape is too long. You're stretching your hands and you can't catch up with it. And it's always moving, the goalposts are always changing. For example, somebody would develop a product. It's a small country. That should be patented. And if he's not doing it, somebody from whatever department, doesn't know where or who, the government should have the eyes on those people and say, hang on, provide the opportunities whereby this can grow, or you can look into it. We are the produce chemist lab. We have the...
You have the what? We have a call. I know we have a call. Let's take the caller. We have a call. I know that for a fact. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Good morning. I'm calling to find out from Dr. Antoine and them what condisio good for and what is the real name for condisio and what is good for, because I have so much in my land and I find it sour in the land, so I want to cut down those trees.
Okay, the doc, you there?
I'll let Dalton deal with that first.
Condisio, matter of fact, the juice from the condisio helps in your stones.
What stones?
Your gallstones, gallstone bladders. It's really, really efficient in getting rid of those stones. So it's the acid, the type of acids. It's very good for that. So don't cut it. I know it seems to be wasteful now because we do not make proper use of it.
Is it a spice?
It's a fruit.
It's a fruit.
Yes.
More on the citrus side, not citrus, but the acid.
Juice.
Yeah. Juice.
Yes.
Juice making, like in juice, like in drink juice.
Yeah.
Juice drink.
Not just juice, Andre. It can be used in collaboration with a lot of spices. For example, it can use as thickeners in pepper sauce. Like when you're making pepper sauce, you can use condensation to thicken as a body. Grind it.
Yeah.
So sometimes the pepper by itself it's too strong. So you want to dilute it, and you don't want to put water. You add this, so you can balance the strength of the pepper sauce by using what amount you want to use. And you can use that. You can use pepper. They are just thickeners.
Yeah.
The condisio and Andre and to the caller is a very acidic fruit, highly acidic, which is why few people eat it as is, but more people eat carambola. And Dalton is correct when he refers to the acids present in the condisio, because one of those acids, generally I find those multi-carboxylic compounds, or multi-acidic constituents in the acids are important in removing some of the stones from the kidneys. So yes, it does have that positive health benefit. But as a practical use, condisio is used in making things like sauces, as BJ is referring to. And the acidity helps to preserve the sauce as well.
What does this lady do? Cut them down?
No. No. You see, that's one of the problems we have.
You say it's sour in the land.
Because it's not being used on
because with the fruits
falling down on the ground, you can get sour.
So here's what I suggest to her: the people who make sauces, give them a few samples, small portions to try in their sauces at an experimental scale, and then try and get them to buy it from her, because that would enhance the physiological benefits of the sauces that they make.
Can I add it to gospel juice?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Anything?
Sweet gospel.
If you put it to gospel juice, that will just make it much more acidic. Yeah. But gospel juice would have some of the acids in it.
What can I add it to?
Like I just said, like the.
Yeah, I know sauces, but I'm talking about drinking it.
Oh, as a beverage.
Yeah, it's beverage.
Any beverage that you want to increase the tartness into, I would say. I can't think of anything off my head, but as if you squeeze the juice, for example, and you combine it with carambola, and you probably combine it with orange juice and maybe mango juice or something like that, you might come up with a nice blend of something of the sort.
Nice flavor.
That would have that additional health benefit of acids known to have stripped the calcium salts out of your kidneys. The stones, right? I'm talking about. Yeah.
So the bush doctor that would, prepare medication for your stones, especially people that suffer a different type of stones, it will be a good.
We are talking about just a fruit here.
Yeah.
And we should have those data because something that grows here readily.
And to talk about that place?
We should have those data here readily, like in the produce chemist lab and other places. And even at the ministry level, they should have certain department whereby you can go in
and get information
on certain crops and stuff like that.
That is a
and
problem.
We need to. Like for example, we had somebody who used to come in here from La Poultry, and if you really is a fit man or how and he started making different products and coming up with different things. And all of a sudden he fade away. Those are people who you want to work with,
and
Andre.
support
If you want to create opportunities, you have to look at those people and work with them in a singular way to ensure that what is set out to do can benefit the nation. I don't know what it is we're focusing on. We're not focusing in the right place. We're not getting our priorities right.
Yeah, and we need a proper lab, a lab that is functional. A lab. I mean, I have bad experience.
We have the produce chemist lab.
I have a bad experience with it.
Before we miss good. Sorry.
There's equipment in the lab.
Yeah.
Don't get that twisted.
I know.
The lab can do a lot.
Yeah.
They're not lacking in terms of equipment.
No.
So we don't need a proper lab.
Well, personnel.
We need people with BJ been crying for it to change that
mentality, the whole thinking.
Change the mentality.
Andre, the government of where I don't know if it's the US or one of them had given the Nutmeg Association a modern, well-equipped lab, and that stays FAO.
Yeah.
And that stays and rotten down, and nobody uses that line.
All people like the now Leo Cato, and I say Leo Cato not disrespecting because that is what he was then.
Yes.
Yeah. All people like Leo Cato and same the person who's the senator for agriculture now, and the senator for agriculture Leo Cato, honorable. Because I don't want anybody to think that are disrespecting the gentleman. Honorable Leo Cato, who is Speaker of the House, Senator Sinclair, who is responsible for agriculture, former Minister of Agriculture, what your name? Mr. Thomas. All of them should go in jail, All of them, because listen, these three gentlemen, they were there when FAO made the donation.
Yes.
And I ain't asking that. They were there.
Not too long ago, we had a tissue culture lab in Grenada, we used to produce tissue culture plants. I used to go and watch the process. All of a sudden, that fade away. Recently, I heard that Minister Andrews said that we're going to build a modern, facility in Maribor where we're going to have laboratories and we're going to do X, Y, and Z. I really welcome the idea and I'm looking forward to see this taking off because they said they're going to start sometime this year. Andre, if we don't do research and development and experiment, we could as well as forget it,
That's exactly.
That's the most important.
There's a gentleman, Dr. Antoine.
Yeah, just before you go further, I just wanted to point out that the condition the lady referred to, just as you drink vinegar, right, as a health beverage, small portions in the mornings in a glass of water, so too you could use some of the juice for the from the conditioner for a similar effect.
You could even make vinegar with it as well.
Well, yeah, it's used in vinegar.
Yeah, the high content.
Yeah.
There's a gentleman who say he has lands.
Yes. Ask him to leave his phone number.
I have his phone number.
Oh, okay.
It's a gentleman that I know. He sent a WhatsApp.
Okay, thanks.
Saying that he has lands.
I hope he's in St. Patrick's because we doesn't want.
No, that is the one. That is in St. Andrew. But Dr. Antoine wants to do two. He wants to do one in St. Andrew and one in St. Patrick. He's obligated to do one in St. Patrick. He has to. If he doesn't do one in St. Patrick's, then he can't come back here.
I need to get a visa or something. Yeah, I need to get a visa.
You know, not even visa can get you back in.
Persona non grata in St. Patrick's.
That is what you will become. Guys, final statement from you, Dalton.
I'm inviting all the farmers to come out this afternoon to our meeting at the upper level. Let us understand the importance of our spices in every aspect. The economical value that we could put into it or receive from it, and the rehabilitation of our spices is very important, and the health benefits. The whole world is going into Nutrifos, and our spices are Nutrifos. Thank you.
Dr. Ntwine?
Well, thank you once again, Andrew, for having us here. But what I'd like to say is spice up your life, Isla Spice, and use our spices 2, 3, 4 times daily, using 3, 4, 5 different spices as often as you can. In so doing, you'd be boosting your immune system and enhancing the preventative healthcare benefits of your spices. But also I want to remind our farmers, again, like Dalton did, of our meeting this evening, and we look forward to seeing as many participants as possible.
Bertrand, good morning to you. How are you, my friend?
Good morning, Andrew. Morning to the listening public again. My last comment, Andrew, we can do it. We just have to do it in a collective way. When the authorities need to focus seriously on agriculture, because I have no doubt that that sector can lead to prosperity. Just like how tourism is benefiting the country, so agriculture, we can benefit from it. We just need to focus in the right direction.
Thanks very much for making another program on another Thursday morning. Sometimes I wish, Dr. Antoine, I could have you for 2 weeks, because there's so much information that we keep.
It's so resourceful.
Yeah, so very resourceful. And maybe we can make one of the days, just make it a thing where people, just like the lady called in and say, hey, Condicio. I'm sure that now she's thinking, okay, fine, I can do something different now with the Condition, not just look to chop them down, because that is what she was going to do. So maybe we need to really and truly look at other ways of promoting spices in this country and other ways of doing things for agriculture in a very, very special and meaningful way. I get kind of tired of having to come here every Thursday morning and speak agriculture. And then when I look, I don't hear and I don't feel anything. And I'm not hitting like this government. I'm hitting the ministers for agriculture.
Yeah.
The ministers for agriculture over the past, from now go back to 10, 15 years. The only thing, I must say though, that I met, what's his name? Not doctor, he's not a doctor. He'd love for me to call him a doctor. Michael Batiste. And he said to me, he says, Andre, do you know that the Grenada United Labour Party has done the most for agriculture ever in Grenada? I'm like, okay. He said, but also, know that NNP is second. He says, if you look throughout all these years that NDC has been in office, they have done nothing for agriculture, and they continue to do nothing. That was Michael Batiste.
I would suggest to the lady that she seek out, or the people who do sauces, touch base with the lady and make greater use of our conditions. We need to encourage plants like that. We need to continue producing those plants, because that's exactly what happened to Sapotina and the tonka bean. People just cut them down because they couldn't find uses for those. But those have significant...
tonka bean tree grows big?
Yes.
Sapot too?
Yeah.
Okay.
And by the way, they have environmental benefits, sir.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
This is the latest news update as produced by Triple N. Details when we get back.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Welcome back. The public is hereby notified that there has been no eruption of the Kikum-Jenny submarine volcano since February 9, 2024. The University of the West Indies Seismic Research Center, UESRC, advised the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, of increased seismic activity at the Kikum-Jenny submarine volcano beginning at 23:14 on Friday, 9th February 2024. In the region, in St. Lucia, Sandals Resort in St. Lucia has set up an early childhood development center specifically for team members. This ECDC will benefit all employees and future employees of the resort chain by providing them access to a safe facility that will provide quality learning to their children. The Ministries of Education and Tourism have applauded the initiative. The unveiling of the Sandals Early Childhood Development Center is a landmark and historic event for Sandals Resorts International. Sandals Resorts and Spa Managing Director for St. Lucia, Winston Anderson, explains that the idea of the ECDC came after having a conversation with a restaurant owner.
And there was this lady who was there every single morning opening one of our restaurants to ensure that we get coffee, we get everything, with a huge smile. And in speaking with her in the morning, she mentioned to me that she had two kids, a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old. And I said, what did she said to me, which I never forgot it. She said to me, Mr. Anderson, I enjoy what I do. I come to work every single, and she did, never stopped. She said, but my 6-year-old is the one who takes care of my 3-year-old.
Minister for Education, Sean Edward, applauds Sandals for honoring their corporate social responsibility in the country.
We are hoping that the 60-odd students who will be coming to this facility on a daily basis will receive care, not just in terms of supervision, but whatever you feed them must be a reflection of what we are striving for as a community.
Around the globe, a 38-year-old German man was arrested at St. Petersburg Airport after Russian customs found gummy bear sweets containing cannabis in his luggage. Border officials noticed the sweets, which they described as pungent smelling, in a packet decorated with a marijuana leaf. The man is accused of drug smuggling and faces up to 7 years in prison. The arrest comes amid discussion of a possible prisoner swap deal between Washington and Kremlin. Moscow is hoping to negotiate the release of a Russian citizen jailed in Germany for murder. In an interview last week with U.S. journalist Tucker Carlson, Russian President Vladimir Putin confirmed long-standing rumors that the Kremlin was considering a prisoner swap with Vadim Krasikov, who was jailed in Germany after murdering a Chechen dissident in a park in Berlin in 2019. And in sports, the LSU track and field program has signed South Plains College sprinter Gregory Prince. Head coach Denise Shaver announced on Wednesday, "LSU is surrounded with champions, and that's where I want to be," said Prince. The Spanish Town, Jamaica native will arrive to LSU with plenty of experience at a young age. Prince specializes in the 400 meter and can get it done across 200 meters also. Currently, he holds personal best times of 45.70 seconds in the 400 meter and 20.92 seconds in the 200 meter. This ends the latest update of news. I am Angel Augustine. Thank you for listening.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
So